at 135 pounds, and earlier in March he won a split decision over Juan Manuel Marquez at 130 pounds. You know his history, tremendous work rate, exceptional fast hands. We've talked all about the fact coming up in weight. He'll attempt to keep his work rate so fast for the full 3 minutes of each round and concentrate on winning that each individual round. That's his game plan, his fight plan, as told to me by Freddie Roach. From Mexico to see him, here he comes, Oscar De La Hoya. Got to match Manny's work rate. Great atmosphere in here, Dave.
Can't beat the electricity.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, Golden Boy Promotions and Top Rank Incorporated are proud to present the main event of the evening, the Dream Match. 12 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Brought to you in association with HBO Pay-Per-View and MP Promotions, and sponsored by Cazadores, the one with the deer on it, Tecate, Cerveza con Character, DeWalt Tools, guaranteed tough, Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees, and full throttle. Go full throttle or go home. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Bill Brady, Executive Director Keith Kaiser. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout. Should it go the distance? Adelaide Bird, Stanley Christodoulou, and Dave Moretti. And inside the ring, your referee in charge of the action at the bell, Tony Weeks. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, may the best man win. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Ladies and gentlemen, the former flyweight world champion, former junior featherweight world champion, former super featherweight world champion, and current lightweight champion of the world from General Santos City, the fighting pride of the Philippines and #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, Manny Pacquiao. Ladies and gentlemen, the former junior lightweight, former lightweight, former super lightweight, former 2-time welterweight, former 2-time junior middleweight, and former middleweight champion of the world, the Golden Boy from East LA, Oscar De La Hoya.
Atmosphere absolutely sensational here, the MGM Grand,
Oscar,
as Tony Weeks
Manny,
calls them in.
You both received your instructions in your dressing room. Okay, look, if it goes right here, it's okay. Anything below that's low. Right here is okay, anything below that's low. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourself at all times. Let's go.
All right, so we're set to go, Dave. I don't know about you, but there's no place in the world I'd rather be than right here, right now.
Goosebumps.
That's it.
Electricity, and you know, Manny Pacquiao, you're always expecting him to come flying out there and throwing something huge. And let's see if that's what he does here against Oscar.
And a lot of people think that's what Oscar has to do, too, is come out real fast and fight every minute of every round himself. Will there be any filling out process, or will they go right to it? Oscar starts the test with the right hand upstairs. Manny continues to circle to his left. Nobody's committed to anything hard just yet.
You'll watch Oscar for the right-hand lead down the chute against Manny's southpaw style.
And on the breaks, watch the uppercuts off the hands of De La Hoya. Oscar knows how to fight southpaws. Manny tries to touch him up with the jab, but you can see the reach is significant for De La Hoya. And the cheers go up. A battle between the Filipinos and the Mexicans.
Right here in the United States.
Right. Manny caught him. Oscar hasn't landed anything significant here in the first round, but Oscar can set up that left hand. A little bit of abrasion on the nose of Oscar De La Hoya already. Oscar blasts the left side of the body of Manny downstairs. Manny has a tendency to bounce and skip, and if he throws that left hand down the middle, he can catch Oscar at times with the left hand down the middle. But right now, he's concentrating on positioning, Dave.
And De La Hoya with the right hand glued to his chin, expecting Pacquiao to throw the big straight left hand down the middle. And it's been tried a couple times, and De La Hoya has managed to smother those shots.
Manny touches him up with his jab that time. There's a left hand lead for Manny, which is his power shot for the southpaw. 2 minutes gone. De La Hoya's not winning the first round at this point, in my opinion.
That looks a little roughed up around the nose area, too. Some good, sneaky shots getting through by Pacquiao.
Now Oscar opens up for the first time. Catches Pacquiao to the right temporal bone as Pacquiao is bent over. You know, part of the philosophy for smaller guys is sometimes to make yourself smaller, like Whittaker used to do. And if Pacquiao can bend way down when Oscar comes in, as he showed that time, it can be a difficult angle for Oscar. Oscar short with his punches in spite of the fact of his reach.
And there's Pacquiao darting back out of trouble and then into the punching range. And his speed has probably been a little bit of a surprise for Oscar so far.
Well, it's significantly different in his speed. Oscar short with the jab again, last few seconds of the round. Oscar tries to open up, but Manny makes him miss. Caught him with the right hand there, but not significantly. And here comes the bell to end the first round. I give that to Pacquiao.
And here is Pacquiao on the right side of the screen. Good straight left hand getting through, then ducking down to miss the counter from Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar looked almost a little awkward with some of his punches in the first round. Here we go, round number 2. Let's see if he tries to put some pressure on Manny Pacquiao now. You heard Freddie Roach say, as soon as you feel those ropes, get off there. And he gets off by hitting Oscar.
Now, Oscar De La Hoya looked tight in the opening round.
And he looks tight right now, too. Manny nails him with the right hand. You know, Oscar was a natural southpaw, so he's got considerable power with his left hand, but he hasn't been able to land it yet. Manny's landed the heavier blows and more blows to this point. Little side-to-side dip. So far, things are working for Manny Pacquiao as Oscar can't touch him up. The quickness of foot, the movement of his head, and the hand speed.
Now watch when De La Hoya moves to his left to cut off the ring. That is when Pacquiao charges him. He will not let the ring be cut off. When Oscar moves to his left, watch and see if Pacquiao then decides that's the time to charge.
Left hand and jab, ticketed for the head of Manny, and Manny bobbing, weaving, ducking, diving, ducking, is not being hit by the jab at all. Oscar's got to get a piece of him. If I'm him, I got to step up there and start catching him in the chest. You got to get a piece of him.
Let's start there. Yeah, get inside. He wants the right hand lead against Pacquiao, but Pacquiao is really quick with his feet.
Oscar fighting a little on the flat-footed side, Manny right up on his toes.
Yeah, it's magic so far for Pacquiao, his ability to go in and out.
And in spite of the fact that Oscar had Angelo Dundee advising him, it was Angelo always used to say hit and don't get hit, in and out, and that's exactly the way Manny Pacquiao is fighting right now. There's the uppercut. Straight left hand.
Well, he is sharpshooting here.
Well, he can't hit him with the jab, seemingly. And without being able to touch him up with the jab, you're going to have a difficult time with the right hand. Of course, one big punch with the left hook can change the course of this fight in a minute. In a second, I should say. There was a left hook that got through that time, but it was with an outstretched hand of Oscar. There was no power behind it. So Pacquiao's movement is the difference in this fight, and it's extraordinary. Well, the quicker pound for pound guy is 1-2 in my score sheet.
He's doing a great job thus far.
Well, the directions by Freddie Roach, in and out, side to side, and that's exactly what he's doing. And he's executing the fight plan to a T. This is round 3. The Colonel Bob Sheridan with Dave Bontempo. MGM Grand Garden Arena facing you, Manny Pacquiao. To the left of your screen, Oscar De La Hoya.
Delivered the payload after he's made Oscar De La Hoya miss. And you see some tentative qualities in these shots by Oscar De La Hoya. They're coming up a little short because of the speed of Pacquiao.
Pacquiao has landed some power upstairs to Oscar because he's swollen around the eyes and on the cheeks. And his jab, really doesn't seem to have that kind of power. And as I say that, he finally is able to get the jab to the face of Manny Pacquiao. With just about a minute gone here in round 3. This has been the best minute of the fight for De La Hoya, but he really hasn't capitalized on it any.
He's trying to go through the Pacquiao jab and get that right hand in, and he's starting to load up with it now.
Oscar loaded up a couple of shots, and both were taken on the back of the gloves of Manny Pacquiao.
No, but it shows where Oscar De La Hoya's fight plan is headed.
Straight left hand down the middle, snap the head back of Oscar. Oscar hasn't done enough to win the first 2 minutes of this round, although he's had a better round 3 than the first 2. How many rounds can you allow Pacquiao to put in the bank, though? 45 seconds to go in the 3rd round.
Now the harder shots have been De La Hoya's in this round. Pacquiao has landed more.
Manny with a good body shot to the left side of the rib cage of Oscar. Oscar's still very flat-footed. Pacquiao's down on his heels a little bit more, but he's picking his shots. Nice head movement, making a difficult target with that left hand for Oscar. Oscar, you're right, Dave, is tentative with the right hand. He's gonna let that right hand fly down the middle.
Yeah, he shortened it up. He shortened it up, didn't trust it.
I mean, he can't be afraid of the power of this guy. That'll be a round to remember. I mean, I'm leaning towards Oscar De La Hoya for that round.
Counter punch. Yeah, okay?
Here's Manny Pacquiao, the straight leaping left hand. Look at that off the move. And how do you get that shot through a lead shot on Oscar De La Hoya?
Let's go, Freddie.
The quickness, he poises, gets through. Throws a shot that was unexpected.
And if Oscar can't land the jab because of the movement, is what Freddie Roach said true? Is Oscar having trouble getting off? MGM Grand Garden Arena, the obvious hand speed of Pacquiao is just that. It's so obvious. The left hand down the middle. For the right-handed fighter, they say you throw the right hand down the middle of the southpaw. Conversely speaking, the southpaw does the same thing. Left hand power shot down the middle, and he caught Oscar.
And with Pacquiao moving like this, you see that it's been hard for De La Hoya to locate that lead right hand he wants.
And already different from the Stevie Forbes fight, where Stevie was fighting the fight of his life. He couldn't manage to win any rounds, or many rounds, if any, against Oscar. And Manny Pacquiao is certainly more than holding his own.
And just getting bolder as he sets up everything with good movement outside and then comes charging De La Hoya inside. And so far, it is a beautiful fight by Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, and Manny's seeing the right hand of Oscar, meaning that maybe Freddie's right, too, that Oscar's not able to get it off with the sharpness that he once could, because it seems like every time he throws the right hand, Manny's dipping and making, even when he lands, there's a right hand crisp in the jaw of De La Hoya. And that's just a little head movement of Manny, and now he comes in and unleashes an assault to the body, nothing powerful, but this is.
Yeah, in terms of power, Oscar De La Hoya has already been touched up more by Manny Pacquiao than he was against Floyd Mayweather for the whole fight.
Pacquiao is doing and clearly doing more, in my opinion, than Mayweather did in the fight. Mayweather got the split decision. Pacquiao's
he hurt him there.
Caught him with the uppercut. Oscar's having a tough time right now with Manny Pacquiao.
It's a 4-to-1 ratio in power punches this round for Pacquiao, and this is a defining round in the fight.
Good body shot, a little bit south of the border. Tony Weeks right on top of it, says, keep him up, Manny. But you'd expect that with a guy that's some 4 inches taller. That's a Pacquiao round, anyway you
That's a big
figure.
Pacquiao round. Out punching De La Hoya, almost 3-1 in the power department. 60% landed, and when you get up and you keep that percentage, that's when fights get stopped.
All right, this is round number 5. De La Hoya is going to have to do something sensational here. And straight right hand caught a piece of Manny that time, and he's going to open up. He's going to put his ears back, throw caution to the wind, and try to start nailing this guy with some power shots. So Manny's going to walk away with this thing, outboxing him.
Oscar De La Hoya has not been comfortable. Not comfortable in the ring, not comfortable before the fight.
Not comfortable in his dressing room. No smiles. And that's not really his nature, though. I understand what it's like on fight night for a professional prize fighter. That's the way he gets himself ready to fight. It's all business in the ring, and it's a dangerous sport. Oscar just powering with the jab, not really stepping up into it, not throwing the left hand to the body with any viciousness at all. And look at Manny. Look at the amount of punches he's throwing there.
And the power. Here's a guy that's come up from 106, and he's a legitimate welterweight power puncher here.
Actually heavier. Listen to the crowd's reaction as Pacquiao scores. But what a boxing match he's putting on tonight. Look at this.
He has been terrific moving up. Meantime, Oscar De La Hoya has not looked good coming down. This is not a comfortable weight class for him tonight. And he is just not the same Oscar De La Hoya we've seen in terms of the fire, and Manny Pacquiao is capitalizing on it to this point.
Well, Pacquiao, with 2 minutes gone here in the 5th round, there are some judges who could have gone the other way in that one. So Oscar finally plants a right hand to the body, then upstairs, and now he finally starts hitting Manny, and all that seems to do is get an adrenaline flow for Pacquiao. But that's all Oscar's done in the entire 5th round of this fight.
Gobbled up a lot of them from Pacquiao in this fight.
In losing efforts to Bernard Hopkins, to Mayweather, twice to Shane Mosley, and Felix Trinidad, he didn't look this bad. Freddie Roach knows exactly what Oscar can do, and he knows exactly what his man can do. This is round 6.
Sometimes you go in there and the other guy will just be faster than you, a little bit stronger than you, and Oscar De La Hoya will have to just throw caution to the wind because the scorecards are pretty soon not going to be issued for him.
Oscar's left eye closing up with that jab and the left hand following it. And now here he tries to exchange with Manny. Nothing that he throws lands, and Manny touches him up. Oscar had his left hook that time blocked in the elbow by Pacquiao. So nothing really working for Oscar. Even when he opens up, Pacquiao is landing more shots.
And there's Pacquiao with 2 and then the left hand down the middle, and we're used to Oscar De La Hoya standing and taking his shot when the guy comes at him, cutting him off with the right hand, cutting him off with the left hook. But tonight, the speed of Pacquiao on the inside continually disrupts the momentum and the rhythm for Oscar De La Hoya.
And Freddie Roach, that is, won't allow Pacquiao to allow himself to get caught in up against the rope so Oscar can pin him down and unload 4 or 5 right hands on him.
Look at the patience here of Pacquiao. 3 nice shots, you load up again. 3 nice shots, you load up again. You don't lunge, you don't go for what's not there.
Well, you know, people talk about the southpaw style of Manny Pacquiao, but he's known he's fighting a southpaw. He handled Floyd Mayweather with better ease than he's handling this guy.
He's been a split second behind, and then the quick feet of Pacquiao have put him at good angles where he can launch an attack. Probably the most surprising part of this fight is how Pacquiao has maintained his speed and still has good power at 147.
And then he moves, bounces right, bounces left, doesn't let De La Hoya cut him off, and the bell sounds to end the 6th round, another Pacquiao round.
Right? Not here.
Here's Pacquiao. Double jab, straight left hand through there. You just don't see Oscar De La Hoya taking 3-punch combinations like that. It is Pacquiao's night.
And Oscar's, I look across the way, sitting on his stool, looks almost like a beaten fighter. Well, his corner said, come on, you got to take the fight to him and start landing some right hands, throw some right hands anyway.
You know, he knows it, but whether you get the body to do that, whether you take advantage of those split-second opportunities is a different story.
You know, he threw the right hand that time with kind of the thumb out and the palm up. That's not the way you throw a power shot with your right hand. Pacquiao continues to bounce around up on his toes, and he's been this way. You know, if his fight plan was to fight the first minute of the first round and then the second minute and then the third minute, he's done exactly that in every single round, which is what he said he had to do and what Freddie Roach said he had to do to beat De La Hoya. Oscar again tentative with the left hand, so what does Pacquiao do? He cracks him with the right hand. He's working on that left eye of Oscar De La Hoya and has it almost shut. Oscar not getting off right hands, and he looks like he's almost shell-shy right now, the way Manny's attacking him.
And this has been the fight since the beginning. Pacquiao's power bothering Oscar De La Hoya, and Pacquiao gets off first. You don't see De La Hoya on the ropes like this.
And it was the corner of Pacquiao, namely Freddie Roach, saying don't get caught in the corner. Now De La Hoya's caught in the corner. And look at this guy go. Minute 15 seconds ago, and De La Hoya's in trouble.
He can't get off these ropes here.
He should be sliding down the ropes or grabbing this guy. Nothing is working for Oscar. Manny's punishing him right now. Oscar's heels are heavy. Oscar really slow with his jab now. The back up against the ropes, and Manny's on the assault. Tony Weeks having a good look at Oscar De La Hoya. Look at the legs ready to go of Oscar De La Hoya. Manny nailed him with the right hand. He's all over him right now. Oscar's hurt. Pacquiao pouring the pressure on. Finally, Oscar steps away.
And there will be a big decision made in Oscar De La Hoya's corner, both about the eye and about his presence in this fight. He needs to step up.
Inside of 10 seconds to go in the 7th round.
If there's another round like this fight will be over.
Well, I don't think Oscar can take another round like this.
They will be taking a real close look at stopping this when, look at this action. Pacquiao, 3 shots. And when do you see Oscar De La Hoya stand back and take stuff like this? And because of his legacy and what he's done, they're letting him have another round, and he has to take advantage of it now, or there may not be another one.
Well, they talked about history in the making and comparing this guy to the great Henry Armstrong, who won 3 world titles in 3 different classifications. Just the fact that Manny Pacquiao has come up 2 world titles in 2 different classifications, fighting this one, even though it's not a world title fight, to beat Oscar De La Hoya the way he's doing it would be significant.
We have never seen Oscar De La Hoya in as tentative a position throughout as he's been here, and he has to try and summon one last ounce of something because he needs it now, and Pacquiao still stands and slugs with him after getting hit.
Now remember that Oscar De La Hoya has been a great champion, and one big hand could change the course of this fight, but it's a stretch right now in the 8th round as he continues to get outboxed by Manny Pacquiao. Oscar needs to do something sensational, and he's got to do it with tremendous power if he's going to pull this fight out now. The great fighters can do it, and he certainly has been a great fighter throughout his career. Let's see if there's one more miraculous move on Oscar De La Hoya. As I say that, Pacquiao pours the pressure on him, and this might be the miraculous finish of the career of Oscar De La Hoya. Pacquiao really labeling him and blasting him with left hand, right hand. The left eye of Oscar De La Hoya is practically shut, and now he's working on the right eye of De La Hoya. Nobody's been down. De La Hoya's been shaken on a couple of occasions, especially in the last round.
And we've seen De La Hoya again on the ropes with the sanctuary. No place to win a fight.
And look at that. Just as Freddie told him, he walked right back to the center of the ring. And now this is one thing that, again, the corner of Pacquiao, they don't want him to hot dog it. Finish this guy off if you can. Don't mess with this guy. And the power shots are right downstairs. And look at Pacquiao battle to the end of the 8th round, trying to stop Oscar De La Hoya in his tracks. But that ends the 8th, another Pacquiao round. It's all over. The fight is stopped.
And still the #1 pound for pound